morning, guys. It is 7 o'clock in the morning and we are on our way to the ferry port because this morning we are taking the ferry back to Tenerife and we're spending the next 3 days in Tenerife. Oh, if only this weather stays through the day, we are going to have a fantastic time and good views up there. Oh. Alright, we are back at a Canary Ride in Tenerife and this is the bike for the next couple days. It's the new Transalp, the 2025 model. It has new colors and that's about the only thing I know that's different about it. Maybe I'll notice something when I ride. So far the weather is the best that I've had on any day so far this trip, I think. But we'll see what it looks like up in altitude. I'm gonna have a look at my route and then we're gonna get on the bike and start exploring Tenerife. So let's go. 32 degrees out. Whew. Okay, let's try to wake up a little bit. I've had 2 Imodiums, I had 2 paracetamols because my stomach is upset and I hate to say it, but I should have known better than to eat the fucking ice cream at the dinner yesterday. It's like a self-serve ice cream thing. Imagine all the dirty hands that have gone in there to fetch some ice cream. But it was good, it was very good. But note to self, no more self-serving of ice cream. Tenerife, the largest of all the Canary Islands. Spanning more than 2,000 square kilometers and home to nearly 930,000 people, it's a bit of a shift from the quiet roads of La Gomera. The name is said to originate from the extinct Berber language of the indigenous Guanche people. It's a combination of the word Teni, which means mountain, and Ife, which means white. This is believed to be a reference to Mount Teide, the massive volcano at the center of the island, whose peak is frequently covered in snow during the winter. Now let's head on up and have a closer look at this giant ourselves. We have climbed some altitude, you guys. Wow. Oh, this pine forest is beautiful. I think these are the same ancient pines that we've seen on the other islands that are very specific for these islands and Madeira and Azores, I think. I think that's the only place you can find them. They're so fluffy.
Holy cow! Whoa! This is beautiful. What the?
I have now crossed into Teide National Park. Spanning nearly 190 square kilometers right in the center of the island, this entire lunar valley was shaped by centuries of volcanic eruptions surrounding the massive sleeping giant itself. Standing at 3,715 meters, Mount Teide is the highest peak in Spain and the tallest point in the entire Atlantic Ocean. But what's truly mind-blowing is its total scale. If you measure it from its actual base on the ocean floor, it rises 7,500 meters, making it the third largest volcanic structure on Earth. Long before tourists arrive, the indigenous Guanche people considered this active volcano sacred, believing a powerful spirit lived inside the crater. Today, it's one of the most visited national parks in Europe, drawing about 4 million people a year. If you want a closer look, there is a cable car that takes you right up to 3,500 meters for views across the whole archipelago. But considering it's a Sunday in prime tourist season, I had no intentions battling those crowds.
Look at that.
I'm perfectly happy to enjoy the views from down here. Alright, we're making our way further north towards the hotel and then we'll just see what we find along the way. Right now it's 2-ish or something, yeah, 2:30 already, so let's start our way, our descent, I guess it's the fancy word for it. We are fancy, aren't we? Wish. We are quite far up now. I don't know if we get a lot higher than this. I think we're about 2,500 meters. It's nuts.
And just like that, it's the end of another day. Today has been maybe the nicest riding day so far in terms of the views, in terms of the weather, just the roads, everything really. While I was showering, I was trying to think like, what if someone asked me what my favorite island has been, I don't know what to say because they are so different. And it just, I don't know if I can choose. But today has been just mind-blowing. Another thing that I don't think I've said yet, I maybe hinted towards it, but I haven't really told you, is that tomorrow is the last full day on the road of this trip. I was originally supposed to spend 3 weeks here, but a couple days ago, based on the weather and other stuff, we decided it was a good idea to cut this trip a week short and then save that week for later next year. So tomorrow is the last full day of riding. That's it for today. I hope you want to come along tomorrow as well. Last day in the Canary Islands for now. And yeah, see you soon.
Good morning, guys, and welcome to the last full day of my trip to the Canary Islands. I'm just out here on the rooftop to check out the weather, and it's looking good. The plan for today, I'm going to check out some more of the North Island. I know the north side is quite a bit different from the south side. It gets a lot more rain. I think it's more weather exposed, so it's greener and more lush than the south side. So I am curious to see that. And then we'll start making our way south again. I'm gonna have my breakfast now and then check out a little bit of a route, and then we'll get this day started, I guess. So let's go. I'm parking in a parking garage, not on the street, so it's like 10 minutes to walk from here. Okay. So I don't want to leave my stuff in there or on there. One bag here and a tent bag here. Okay, let's go. Let's see. Oh, that's low. Let's make our way out of the city and see if we can find some kitchens. The city I'm passing through is Santa Cruz de Tenerife. It was founded all the way back in 1494 and quickly became a massive hub for trade ships crossing between Europe and the Americas. From 1833 to 1927, it was the sole capital of the Canary Islands, before they split the title into the co-capital system it shares with Las Palmas on Gran Canaria today. It's supposedly a beautiful city packed with history, color and culture, but I'm leaving it undiscovered this time around. I'm spending my last full day on the island doing what I love the most, heading straight up in the mountains to chase the good views. These roads are just insane. Oh,
What the? Oh my god. Oh. I have a pin saved for a photo spot here. Oh, it's here. Oh, this is gonna be good. Are you ready for this? Alright, it's time to start making our way out of these mountains and down towards the west side of the island, and then I want to head back up towards or over the mountains to the other side, but take a little bit of a different road. So let's see what we can do. But before anything, I would really like to have lunch. It's 2 o'clock right now. Time is passing way too fast today. We have about an hour and a half to ride up to the top of the volcano again. I don't like that rush, but I put that on myself, haven't I? Hey Siri, when you tell me to ride towards southeast, I don't even know where the fuck that is, so better keep it to left and right, huh? The last place I want to check out today is the mines of San Jose. Despite the name, you won't find any underground shafts here. For decades, this open expanse was an active quarry used to mine pumic stone for construction, a practice that was completely banned once the territory became a protected national park. But this area still has its uses besides being a scenic tourist stop. Because the volcanic gravel here is so harsh and sterile, space agencies like NASA and the European Space Agency have used this spot to field test autonomous Mars rovers. And if the terrain looks familiar to you, it might be because blockbusters like Clash of Titans and 1 Million Years BC used this area to record scenes of mythical worlds and a prehistoric Earth. And just like that, my time on these islands is running out. And what a way to finish it all up. It's funny how endings work. It sort of forces us to pay a little bit more attention, to desperately try and make those last minutes count. It makes you think about how we handle the rest of our lives. How we spend so much time looking ahead to the next big milestone or change or view, only to realize how good we had it once time is already running out. It shouldn't have to take an ending to make us more present, and I will forever try to be better at slowing down and appreciate what is right in front of me while it's still there. I'm apparently allergic to donkeys as well. Anything with fur. Except Thomas. Isn't it ironic that I've stayed at multiple really nice hotels? And this is probably my favorite stay of the whole trip. Just to wake up outside of the city. I can barely hear any traffic. All I can hear is birds and occasional donkey scream and dog barking. So peaceful. Maybe it's because it's the closest thing I've come to camping without actually camping. Anyway, it's almost 9 o'clock already, but I am in no rush today. I'll have my breakfast. I will enjoy the sun and quiet for a little bit longer. Maybe go say hi to the donkeys again. And then we'll take it from there. What a trip. Here we are. Welcome to the little segment of my series that I usually think is the hardest to do. The final recording, the summary, the whatever you want to call it. How do you wrap up 2 weeks on a road with so many expressions? experiences. With so many experiences. How do you even put that into words? And do you? Like what, how? Me, as so many, have had this vision in my head what the Canary Islands look like from a touristy perspective, what I've seen in news and media, and where my friends have traveled for their holidays. And you know, it's, you only ever see this touristy part, the beaches and the partying and all that. And I've never ever seen the rest. How all the islands are so different. They are so close together and so different. Like, what the heck? How does that happen? Huge thank you to the team at Canary Ride, both on Gran Canaria and on Tenerife, for making this happen, for borrowing me the bike, for helping with the logistics and the bookings and the fares and the flights, and putting it all together, and all the advice of where to go. Having locals in your back when you're planning a trip is priceless. It makes a huge difference. And I hope that maybe through my videos I can bring their knowledge and their information onto you if you're planning a trip here, so you know what to expect when you get here. I already can't wait to come back here. And maybe next time I'll bring someone with me. We'll see what happens. As a little bit of a bonus, I thought I would show you what I packed for this trip. Very quick, very overview, but I know many people are curious about this. So first up, my riding jacket this trip. I bought the Klim Marrakesh jacket. It's just like a thin mesh jacket. It's not waterproof, it's not windproof. It's very light, very stretchy. Really enjoyed it actually. And then I have my knee protectors because the pants that I'm riding with does not have any internal protection. So these are the Liet collections. These are sponsored. Then I have my boots, Liet Adventure boots. Quite stinky at the moment. They can be down here. Then I have a bag of electronics, charging cables. I have really enjoyed this one. I bought this a couple of years ago now, I think, before I went to New Zealand. It's like a one with multiple outlets. So if you're ever in a location where there's only one outlet, at least you can charge multiple things at the same time. And then a whole bunch of cables here in a waterproof bag. Then I have my rain jacket, or also wind protection for when it's cold, and this one lets through a lot of wind, so this is just a nice barrier for the wind as well. This is from Moscow. It's the Barfly. Quite enjoy it. And it also works as just a normal everyday jacket, like if you're out walking or want to hike or something. It's quite nice. Sponsored, FYI. Then I have a bag of, what do I have in here? I have an extra pair of gloves, thicker waterproof gloves. I have an extra thicker buff. I have a headlamp with me. I have a towel. I brought with me some shampoo bars and just soap bars. Then I have a rain pants. This is from X something. I've had it for years. It's not really waterproof anymore, but also works as a wind protection. I have a cap and a pocket knife. There's that. Then I have a 3-meter stick for my 360 out of carbon. It's Tellison who produced it. Then I have just a dry bag for some reason. Another buff. Sitting pad in case I want to sit somewhere where it's cold or wet. Keep in mind that the whole idea was that I was going to go camping a lot more than I did, or at all. So a lot of this was brought with me in the intention of spending more time outdoors than I actually ended up doing. But there's Andy. And we have a small electronic pouch stuff where I have my SD cards, my SD drive, spare parts for my action cameras and cables and different mounts and just bits and pieces for videoing and pictures. And then I have my pants. These are the Moscow Woodsman pants in the boot. These are my favorite pair of pants ever. They are so stretchy and so light. It's a unisex model. It's not a woman's model, but it's so
I don't know, I love it. I love the belt that comes with it. I love the shape of it, the fit of it, how it's nice in different temperatures. It has vents on the side, and with the rain cover on top, it's very nice and warm also actually. Sponsored. Still, I don't care. I would dye these pants. I have some tools with me, some very basic tools. It's hard, like when you know that you're going to be riding different bikes, you can't really prepare that much. But it's better to have a little bit with you than nothing, I think. Some electrical tape, just basic tools, a leather man and some zip ties and yeah, a little bit of everything. Then I have a first aid kit, very basic, simple little first aid kits with first aid kit stuff. A dry bag. This is also one that I do laundry in whenever I need to do laundry. Other thing here is just camera mounts. So yeah, different of these stuff and ties and yeah, all this kind of, what do you even call these? Straps, different straps to attach stuff to the bike. Then we have clothes. For clothes, I brought some warm wool pants that I could sleep in at night if I were to go camping. Did not though. One pair of t-shirts, a pair of long sleeve that I never used, my merino wool long sleeve that I have used. You might think that you don't want to bring wool to a warm location, but honestly, if you get the right kind that is nice and thin, wool is perfect also for warmer weather. And it dries fast when you wash it, and it's a little bit antimicrobial. So if you hang it in the sun and just let it air out for a little bit, all the stinky parts goes out, or most of it actually. A pair of shorts and another t-shirt. And then I have my pants, thin pants that I have off now, and a tank top. That's about it. The only part I'd never used was this one. But yeah. It's so hard to know what to bring when you know the temperatures is going to be all over the place and you don't know how long in between when you will be able to do laundry. And to do the actual laundry is not the biggest issue. The biggest issue is drying it, having time to dry it. When you know you're going to be in between places, you can't just, like, you need time to hang it up and let it dry. Hence why I have had a little bit of time with a hairdryer at hotels to dry stuff. Then I have another pouch with just underwear and even a bikini that I never end up using. And here I also have the laundry sheets that I keep in just a little Ziploc bag thing here. These bags are from Pico Design. I really like them. They are expandable, so you can pack quite a bit in them if you want to. They are stretchy. Sponsored. You can think whatever you want of that, but I will let you know if things are sponsored or not, so you can make up your own mind. Then I have the puffy jacket from Moscow for chilly nights. I've used this more than I thought I would, both beneath the riding jackets as an extra layer, but also in the evenings when I'm sitting outside and it's a little bit chilly. This is also from Moscow. It's called, what is it called? Then I have my helmet with the visor. This is from Liat. I have to say, this is probably one of my favorite helmets ever. It's the ADV 7.5. It's light, it's light. It's one of the most silent helmets that I have used. Yeah, it just fits my head very, very well. And I love how you can remove both the peak and the visor with no tools. It just pops off. What else do we have? Yeah. Another pair of gloves. These are from Climb, however you want to call it. I've had these for, I don't know how many years, since I went to Iceland the first time. That was in 2022, so 22, 23, 14, 5, 4 years. 4 years, 4 seasons I've used these. It's the Badland Aero Pro Short Glove. Nice gloves. Toiletries with a small towel on the end here. My tripod from Peak Design. also sponsored. Same with the delivery bag stuff. It's just like a super thin little packing cube thing. That yeah, I like it for toiletries. Then I have my tail bag. This is the Scout 30 liter, all the camping gear. My tent, my sleeping bag, my sleeping mat, some cooking stuff, my small pillow. Yeah, just the camping gear in here. Then, what else? I have a power bank with me, 27,000 milliamperes or what it's called. I can't remember X Storm. I got it from this trip actually, so I don't really have any. I don't know if it's been working fine for these 2 weeks, but long term, I have no idea. Then there's my tank bag. Oi. All electronics, nothing but cameras and electronics and batteries and cables and stuff in there. We're not going to go through that just now. Then there's my backpack. This is the new backpack from Moscow, the waterproof one. The Wildcat something, I don't know. I can't remember the name of it. Sponsored. It has a water bladder here in the back, which I love. I have never been as hydrated as I have been after I got a water bladder, where you can just take a sip every now and then when you stop. Here I have, you can't really see that well, but here I have the Peak Design clip for my camera, so that I can have my camera attached to my strap when I go riding, so I don't have to take it in and out of the tank bag all the time. In the front, what do I have here? Nuts, just some snacks. What else? Not a whole lot. Some electrolyte tablets that I put in the water bladder every now and then. Just make sure you clean it out once in a while. Empty bag for my hands and some sunscreen, sunglasses, some paracetamol and Imodium that I've ended up actually using this time. That's what in there. This is a roll-up. Oh, an extra small thin jacket thing. My laptop. Some wet wipes to clean off my hands. And there's the drone controller in here. I never ended up using a drone either, because no matter where I stopped and checked the map where we can fly drones, it was an offline zone. Either a bird sanctuary or a nature reserve or some other kind of sanctuary or a natural park or airport place or military field or prison, just whatever. There was always something. So I gave up. I gave up in the end. I figured I'll make it work without the drone shots. Fortunately, more snacks and more snacks, and that's it. That's what I carry with me on this 2-week trip, and I used pretty much every single piece of it. So this is just a matter of almost forgot. I bought, of course, another pair of shoes as well. These are usually I bring a pair of Gore-Tex or like waterproof shoes when I go riding in Norway, for example. But now I got a lighter pair of these are Salmon Vibe shoes. Quite comfortable, quite light. Yeah, no idea how useful that was, but there's that. And with that said, I don't know if there's a whole lot more to say. I'm gonna pack this back, have a shower, go to bed, and tomorrow I fly home again. Hope you enjoyed this series and that you want to join me for the next, whatever that might be. Alright, enough chit chat. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon.